Shalom Yasharella, giving all praise and glory to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because He's worthy to be praised for everything. As always, we're going to start off with Colossians 3 and 17. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. So all that we say and do is going to be in the name of the anointed Savior. We give praise and glory to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob for everything, because He's worthy to be praised for everything. So I want to go over some scriptures tonight. We are celebrating the new moon feast. So I hope you got your food ready and your feast ready to enjoy it, as the Most High gave us orders. Go to Numbers the 10th chapter, the 10th verse to keep it. Numbers 10 and 10. You know, it's amazing how, I ask people, okay, well, name the new moons, when is the new moon, dates for the new moon, and the holy convocations of the Most High, and most people don't know them, but they know the dates for the pagan holidays, as I call them. They know those dates, but they don't know the dates for the Most High's holy days, and even the days that we say we're going to honor as the Israelites in honor of getting a victory over our enemies. They don't know about those dates either. So Numbers 10 and 10 says, also in the day of your gladness. So it's a day that the Most High give us once a month. It's the first day of the month, day of our gladness, and in your solemn days, and in the beginnings of your months. It's the beginning of the month, the first day of the month, which is called the new moon feast. We'll say new moon, but it should be new month, whatever. If that offends you by new moon, it's new month. The beginnings of your months. You shall blow with the trumpets over your burnt offerings, and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings that we did when we sacrificed animals, and turtle doves and pigeons and so forth, that they may be to you for a memorial before your power. I am the Most High, your power. Right? So we don't do any sacrificing. Mashiach Shai was the ultimate sacrifice for the sins of the children of Israel. It tells you that in John, first chapter, find it verse 36, John 1 and 36. And looking upon Mashiach Yahushua as he walked, he said, behold, the Lamb of the Most High. So he's the Lamb of the Most High that sacrificed his life, as it tells us in Acts 5 and 30 and 31, for the children of Israel. It says, the power of our fathers was the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, raised up a Mashiach Yahushua, whom ye slew and hanged on the tree. Him hath the Most High exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, for to give repentance to Israel and forgiveness of sins. So his blood was shed for the Israelites. So he is the Lamb of the Most High that was given for the sins of the children of Israel. Repentance to Israel and forgiveness of sins. It's beautiful. It's amazing because, people say he died for everyone when he didn't die for every nation. He just told you repentance to Israel and forgiveness of sins. That's pretty clear. Without a shadow of a doubt, Look at First Peter's, the first chapter, verse 18 and 19. For as much as ye know that ye were not redeemed with corruptible things, as silver and gold, from your vain conversation, worthless conversation, talking something you don't know about, received by traditions from your fathers, but with the precious blood of a Mashiach Yahushai, as of a lamb without blemish. Remember, he says he's the Lamb of the Most High, as a lamb without blemish and without spot, who verily was foreordained before the foundation of the world, but was manifest in these last times for you, for the children of Israel, who by him do believe in the Most High, that raised him up from the dead and gave him glory, or the kingdom that's coming to him, that your faith, your belief in the Most High and hope might be in the Most High. See? Seeing you have purified, so you got to do your souls, your bodies, in obeying the truth. What's the truth? Over and over again. We hear it. You hear it. We hear it. You hear it. We hear it. You hear it. Psalms 119, 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. So some of you might say, well, Christ said he was the truth. Yes, he told us that in St. John 14 and 6, he said, I am the way, the truth, and the life, right? So what is he saying? He's saying, I'm the way to show you how to follow the truth, which is the laws of the Most High, because he did. What law did he break? It's going to lead to everlasting life. No man cometh to the Father but by him. And there is no New Testament when he's speaking these words. They only had the law and the prophets. That's all he went by, was the law and the prophets. And he said, I'm the way to show you how to follow the laws of the Most High, the commandments of the Most High, which is the truth, that's going to lead to everlasting life. So it says, seeing ye have purified your souls, verse 22, in obeying the truth through the Spirit unto unfeigned love of the brethren. See that ye love one another with a pure heart fervently. See, being born again. Your mind's changed. You're not the same Gentile mind as most of our people that are Israelites have. You're changed. Being born again. Becoming a new creature. Following the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. Crying to the Most High for repentance. For forgiveness of the sins of us and our nation. Being born again, not of corruptible seed, but of incorruptible, by the word of the Most High. Hear that? That's how you born again, by the word of the Most High, which liveth and abideth forever. See? So, Ephesians 5:26. Ephesians 5 and 26. That he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word. See, that's how you born again. That's how you baptize. You know, because I mean, you can baptize in the water, but what if you don't know anything? A lot of people be baptized in the water, myself included. When I was young, baptized in the water, came up, nobody teaching me nothing about even come back to church or nothing, anything, any of that nature. Because it wasn't for me to do. So I look at it. Most High save me for whenever you gonna call me to this truth. Straight up. And say that ye might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word. See? That he might present it to himself a glorious church. The church of the children of Israel. Not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blemish. Without sin, it's talking about. Without breaking the Most High's commandments. That's what it's talking about. So, we have to love the brethren. We got to love each other. Mashiach Yahushua told us in St. John 15 and 3. St. John 15 and 3. Now you are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. So like I said, you can supposed to take a bath every day. A shower or something. Clean yourself up. You say, now you clean spiritually by the word that he's speaking to us. That's how you be cleaned up. Not by just dipping in the water and you come up. Mashiach Shai was 30 years old when he got baptized. Can you imagine the knowledge, wisdom, understanding he had at 30 years old from being born and learning all he learned for 30 years? That's the ministry, 30 to 50. After you 51 years old, you become an elder. Numbers, the 4th chapter, tells you that. So that's why he started at 30 years old, if you didn't know. He started at 30 years old because that's when the ministry starts. That's when you can start the ministry, at 30 years old. And that's from learning all his life. He was sitting down with doctors and professors and whoever you want to say of knowledge men at 12 years old. So he was very versed in knowing the Old Testament, because that's all he had to go by was the Old Testament. Wasn't no New Testament. When he walked the earth, wasn't no New Testament. And it's amazing to me how people can give, I imagine they're giving the so-called white man the credit for writing the New Testament. Come on now. Come on now. Wisdom of Solomon says, 5:7 says, as for the way of the Most High and Mashiach Shai, we have not known it. So y'all need to get off of that. Forget that. I mean, there's too many things that's here that's you don't know about. Hearing it, it sounds like quack, 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 quack. They just go back and forth because they don't really know this. I mean, if that was the case, then it would be told that this Bible is talking about the Hebrew Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel, from Revelations on back to Genesis, from Genesis all the way through the Revelations. All the books is mainly talking about the children of Israel coming on this earth and doing what we did, our life, of breaking his laws, then being righteous again, then breaking his laws, going into captivity, after captivity, after captivity. Most time you read the Bible, we in captivity. Even when Mashiach Shai came on the earth, was in captivity. Look what he said in Matthew 11 and 12 about the Romans. Matthew 11 and 12. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven, which is the children of Israel, 12 tribes of Israel, suffereth violence. You know that? Suffereth violence. And the violent, that's the violent people, take it by force. See? So, let you know. He knew what time it was. Matthew 15 and 24, this is from his own mouth, because a lot of y'all, still probably feel that it's not right that the Bible is strictly talking to us, the children of Israel, but he said out of his own mouth, you believe in him? Matthew 15, 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's what he said. But unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel was he sent to this earth to die his precious blood shed for the sins of the 12 tribes of Israel. As we see, Matthew 1:21. This was the message given to Joseph and Mary. Matthew 1:21. And she who is married shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushai, or Mashiach, for he shall save his people from their sins. His is a personal, possessive pronoun. There's a personal, possessive pronoun. Both of them showing what? Ownership. His people from their sins. Hebrews 7:14 says, for it is evident, is a fact, that our power of Mashiach Yahushai sprang out of Judah, Jacob's fourth-born son. So that's his people, the children of Israel. Because you look at it, I mean, told you in Isaiah 48 and 1. Hear this, O house of Jacob, O family of Jacob, which are called by the name of Israel, and are come forth out of the waters of Judah. Hear that? So all 12 tribes come out of the waters of Judah. See? So when you look at So Mashiach Shai said, hey, it's evident he came out of the tribe of Judah, Jacob's fourth-born son, our forefather Jacob, fourth-born son. The head tribe of the 12 tribes of Israel. So Philip asked him a question when he was in the flesh on the earth. He asked him this in John 14 and 8. St. John 14 and 8. He said, Philip said unto him, Mashiach, Yahushua, show us the Father. Now we know, I tell you, Mashiach Shai came out of the tribe of Judah. They tell you in Revelations, the first chapter, the 14th and 15th verse, that he had a hair of wool, and his feet like a fine brass of it burned in the furnace. So it was very, very dark-skinned brother. So it says, and Philip said unto him, this is St. John 14 and 8, Mashiach Yahushua, show us the Father, and it will suffice us, it will satisfy us. Listen to what he said. Mashiach Yahushua said unto him, have I been so long time with you? I've been here so long with you, and yet have thou not known me? So I've been so long here with you, and you don't know me? Philip, he that hath seen me hath seen the Father. And how sayest thou then, show us the Father? He said, believest thou not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me? The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of my own or myself, but the Father that dwelleth in me, he doeth the works. Hear that? That he giveth the Most High all the credit for all the works that he done. Believe me that I am in the Father, said it again, and the Father in me, said it again. Or else believe me for the very work's sake. For the works that I'm doing, that's from the Most High, his Father. But you see what he said? You see me, you see the Father. He had hair of wool, the Most High got hair of wool, pure wool, it says. So some people got to grow up and get over it. So now, since we know his precious blood was shed for the children of Israel, now what do we have to do? Romans 12 and 1. I beseech you therefore, brethren, Romans 12 and 1, by the mercies of the Most High. Hear that? Mercies of the Most High. Mercy is not getting something you do deserve. So many a times we deserve to get something that we didn't get it. By the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice. See, now we got to present our bodies a living sacrifice. How are you going to do that? That's like a lot of y'all in your comfort zone. You like to do whatever you want to do, but you're not doing what the Most High say you have to do. Then still you think you're going to make it to the kingdom. And it said a righteous custody going to go make it to the kingdom. None of us know. Else, what's your number of the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel that's going to be redeemed? Or the remnant of the nations that's going to be redeemed? Who are you? What number are you in that? For all you other nations and you Israelites that claim you already know you're going to be redeemed because of knowing some scriptures. Man, you better understand. It said the righteous scarcely going to be saved, and dare not make thyself one of the number. And we got to humble ourselves and have a broken and contrite spirit before the Most High. You want to be redeemed from this wicked world, this wicked and evil world? Better follow what the directions that we have here. It's a formula that works. And our ancestors knew it. And it gave us the clues, it's coded. Some things are mysteries because some things you overlook. But look into what they did, that worked. They got the Most High's attention because we really need his attention now. For real, for real. We really need his attention to show us love and the mercies, as it says, I beseech you therefore, brother, by the mercies of the Most High. You know, that means that many a times he's supposed to beat our butt, just tear our butts up, that he didn't. Not getting something you do deserve. So he didn't do it. That's what we need now. Everybody talking about they're in grace, they don't do it just mercy. They say we under grace. The church tell you in the church you're under grace. Grace is getting something you don't deserve. You don't deserve to get grace. You're a Christian because you don't believe in the laws of the Most High. Most people, I mean, it's sad when I look at name the holy days of the Most High from the beginning of the year to the end. Ask yourself. You should know this. Everyone. He said, these my feasts. yet still you're going to the kingdom. And when you say study shows up approval to the Most High, that's his day. This is a law that he ordained, and when you don't do it, you breaking the law. That's going against you. Poop, they ain't care about that. They don't care about that. They don't care about you. And you got those reporting all the time against us. Everything we do wrong is written in the books. All the time. That's what their job is. We hear what he thought. Oh yeah, you thought wrong. Boop, go in the books. See what he said? Boop, go in the books. See what he did? Okay, going in the books. Against you. But how you feel about me? That's the Most High asking. Well, all I know is they don't know anything about your holy days. They don't know when they're not concerned about when you say the law of the new moon is. Well, what they told? Yeah, they were told, but it doesn't matter. They don't know. Well, can they name my holy days in order? No, they can't do that, Most High. Well, to the left, those that know, to the right. I'm just giving you an example, man. It's like, this is serious. Let me show you right quick. Go to Leviticus 23rd chapter. Because a lot of y'all probably look at, I'm judging. All I'm doing is tell you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Because I love the Most High, and I love Mashiach Yahushua, and I love you. Point blank. So that's why I'm telling you. Leviticus 23rd chapter. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, who we are, 12 tribes of Israel, and said to them concerning the feast of the Most High. Do it say the feast of Israel? Do it say the feast of the Israelites? The feast of the Most High, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts. You hear that? My feasts. 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. The Sabbath is a holy convocation. You know, we just have the Sabbath with the new moon, but it's a holy convocation, a holy gathering. Ye shall do no work therein. You're not supposed to be working on the Sabbath. It is the Sabbath of the Most High. You hear that? It didn't say the Sabbath of the Israelites. It say the Sabbath of the Most High in all your dwellings. So all these holy convocations are Sabbaths. That's why he brought it here. The 7th-day Sabbath, remind you, the 7th-day Sabbath that we have, like we have it now, only we have the new moon at the same time, is a holy convocation, okay? It said, these are the feasts of the Most High, even holy convocations which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. You see? So you can read down from there, but the main thing I want you to see is the Most High said, in verse 2, speaking to the children of Israel, and said to them concerning the feast of the Most High, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feast. Can't get no clearer than that. So if you don't know his feast, but you know the feast of this world, these holidays, you can tell me the next holiday coming up of this world, but you can't tell me the day or the time, period, or the season, as it says, for the Most High's feast days. Better think about it. What's more important to you? Going back to Romans 12:1. I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice. Maybe that's a sacrifice you need to make in trying to find out and learn when his feast days are. From the beginning of the year to the end of the year. And the days that we ordained, that we would honor in commemoration of getting the victory over our enemies. Just like 4th of July, that's all that is. So we have holy days in the Bible, where they days that we say we're going to honor in getting the victory and giving praise to the Most High for allowing us to get the victory over our enemies. That was going, a lot of times, going to wipe us out. Trying to wipe us out. But see, you don't know about that because you're looking forward to the next day that everybody's going to be celebrating in this world. But you should know the Most High's holy days by heart as they come in order, the order that they are coming in, and the days that we say we're going to ordain, and the days of the new moons, when the new moon is coming in. If you don't, then you're sinning when you don't operate under the Most High's laws. Period. Sin is a transgression of the law. You're going to see the new moon is a law too. So he said, I beseech you, brother, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice. See, the sacrifice is what? Giving up something. You got to give up something. So you got to really feel like you don't want to do it, but you do it. Like I'm saying, do what I'm asking you right now. Because you're going to be held accountable. You hear my voice, you're going to be held accountable. All of us. Name them. It can happen like that. Many a times. Things have come to me and say, wow, what if we say that? So I tried to go in and try and memorize this, learn this. You memorize other things. Some of you memorize everything but the right thing. But you memorize certain things, so you memorize this. Holy, pure, and true, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. See? Your reasonable service. You say, and be not conformed to this world. You know when the next holiday coming in. You know what that is. But you don't know when the Most High's feast day, so you conform to this world. But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Hear that? The renewing of your mind to think different. This is your reasonable service, to think different. Start thinking different. Acting different. Speaking different. Renewing of your mind. To become a new man, a new woman, a new creature. Be born again in the way you think. The way you think is the way you're going to act. It don't matter who cares or who can see it or can't see it. The Most High see everything. That's who's important. Because man will have you go to hell with them. Because they don't care. Most people don't care. All they care about is their perfect comfort zone. There ain't no comfort zone now. They got everybody looking around with masks. And if you ain't got no mask on, they're going to confront you about why you don't have none on. You ain't going up in the stores. You can say whatever. You can't come up to the store without no mask. Some of you don't wear no mask. Hey, you ain't going up in those stores. Somebody wearing a mask going to get the food. It says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. We know what's good. The Most High is good. Most High is good. And Romans 7 and 12. What else is good? Wherefore the law is holy. Romans 7 and 12. This is good. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy and just and good. Right? So it's very important. Because you gotta look at Ephesians 2:11. This is where we're coming from. Majority of, those that are enlightened. It says, wherefore, remember. He said, remember this. Think on this. That ye being in time past, in the past, Gentiles, hear that? In the flesh. Because you was acting just I'm saying. If you know all the holidays, but you don't know the Most High's holy days, then you a Gentile in the flesh still, even though you call yourself an Israelite. You're an Israelite, you should be able to name all these days, or you should be caring about when they come in. So you'll find out, and when you find out, then you know, okay, then memorize them. It ain't that many. Just like you know whenever these days are coming in for this world. Remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hands. So those are Israelites that rolled with the Mashiach Yahushua, knew they were Israelites and so forth. They called the other Israelites that were, amongst guys scattered among the heathen, they called them Gentiles. They call them Gentiles, straight up. that at that time you were without Mashiach, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope and without Most High and the Mashiach in the world, because you following the way of the heathen. He told us, hey, learn not the way of the heathen in Jeremiah 10:2. Learn not the way of the heathen. But we learn the way of the heathen. And some of you still following the way of the heathen. And it's a trap. I tell you it's a trap. I mean, all the answers is here in the scriptures. He tell us what we're supposed to do. It's a formula. You follow it, hey, you're going to be blessed. You don't follow it, you're going to still be cursed. Look, go to Psalms 106 and 35. But were mingled among the heathen, Psalms 106:35, and learn their works. After Most High told us, learn not the works of the heathen. Learn their works. Now, do you know these holidays of the heathen? Yeah, you know them, and you probably can name them from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. I'm asking you to name the holy days from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. See what I get. Comment on that. Name all the holy days in order as they come from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. And those days that we're supposed to honor in commemoration of getting the victory over our enemies. That's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. It's not something that, I'm asking you to do that's not here. That we're supposed to be doing. But you see what happened to us? But were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. And they served their idols, which were a snare unto them. Moses said, hey, we're supposed to be doing this. All the gods of the nations are idols. But the Most High made the heavens. Why I say that? Because people they bowing down to the sun, the moon, the stars, comets, you name it. We all in it. So, this is a problem that we have. Let's go to Psalms, 81st chapter. Psalms 81. And we're going to look at verse 1. Down. Psalm 81 and 1. Sing aloud unto the Most High our strength. Make a joyful noise unto the power of Jacob. So music, and singing. Some of you got a problem with that? No. We were singing and making a joyful noise unto the Most High power of Jacob. Take a psalm, that's a song, and bring hither the timbrel, the cymbals, the pleasant harp, the piano, or the harp. Piano is a harp, just horizontally, positioned with the keys on the end of the strings. With the psalmistry. Blow up the trumpet, that's another instrument. Blow up the trumpet in the new moon or the new month. In the time appointed, which is the first day of the month, on our solemn feast day. See? On our solemn feast day. This is a feast day. Remember it says gladness, time for joy. For this was a statute for Israel. You know, a statute for the Israelites. And a law of the Most High, power of Jacob. You know, it's a law of the Most High, power of Jacob. So every time you don't acknowledge it or you don't do it, you're breaking the Most High's law. You hear what it says? But this was a statute for Israel and a law of the Most High, power of Jacob. And, a lot of people like to go to Colossians 2 and 16. Go there. Colossians 2 and 16. I want to give a little understanding on this because even people in the truth that don't follow what it is that the Most High said is his law will pull the scripture on you. Let's see what it says. Let no man therefore judge you in meat, what you eat, as far as the clean meats, or in drink, what you drink, or in respect of an holy day, or of the new moon, or of the Sabbath days. This is talking to those that's keeping it. Not those that's not keeping it, because are they keeping this in the church? These religions, are they keeping all these things that it says in the New Testament? No. They're not keeping it. The holy days of the Most High, what we just read in Leviticus 23rd chapter. Or the new moon, like we read in Psalms 81st chapter, which is the law of the Most High power of Jacob. Or of the Sabbath days, the seventh day of the week. Every 7 days are Sabbath days, and the new new moons and the holy convocations are Sabbaths. That's why the Most High told us about the Sabbath day. It's the seventh day. Let you know, hey, the seventh day, just like you honor the Sabbath, you got to honor these feast days. Only we're able to, prepare a feast and have a great time. See? Let no man therefore judge you in meat, following the dietary laws in Leviticus 11th chapter, knowing what's clean and what's unclean, because you don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, and oysters, and what I'm leaving out, anything that eat boo-boo, you don't eat those things, okay? But they will try and judge you, you're wrong. Or the fact of they do, and we can't judge them for doing what's wrong. Nah, it's those that's doing right, and somebody that's doing wrong trying to judge you for being righteous. Or in drink, or in respect of an holy day. Come on now, they not following the holy day. They're not following the Most High's holy days, which are his feasts, his holy days. They ain't following that. And you, like I said, you should know them. If you don't know, you better find out when they are, because not knowing, your thoughts are written in the books. You can't name from the beginning of the year to the end of the year the holy convocations of the Most High and those days that we decided we're going to honor, because it wouldn't be in the Bible if the Most High didn't want them there. You can say whatever. It wouldn't be there if he didn't want them there. Or the Sabbath days. You see? So it's very important that we see this, because like I say, people will pull the scripture and they're not doing it, but they'll pull the scripture and say, you can't judge me because I'm not doing it. No, you're not doing it, and it's a law of the Most High. You're breaking the law of the Most High, period. I hope that's clear. Mashiach Shai said in St. John 14:15. If you love me, keep my commandments. So if you love him, keep his commandments. Ain't no excuses. If you keep his commandments, Proverbs 3:1. Proverbs 3:1. My son, he said, forget not my law. Hey, my son, forget not my law. But let thine heart, which is your mind, keep my commandments. If you do this for length of days, live a long time and long life, and peace shall they add to thee. You hear that? They're going to add to you. 2 John 5:6. 2 John 5:6. See, our people are very rebellious, and they'll try and find a way. We're trying to find a way out of it. We can't find a way out from these scriptures. 2 John 5. And now I beseech thee, lady, not as though I wrote a new commandment unto ye, but that which we had from the beginning, that we love one another. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments. That's love, that we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment, that As ye have heard from the beginning, ye should walk in it. Walk after the Most High's commandments. 1 John 5:6. 1 John 5:3. But this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments. Hear that? For this is the love of the Most High, 1 John 5:3. For this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments. And his commandments are not grievous. Hear that? Say we keep his commandments. His commandments are not grievous. You're supposed to feel bad about doing what's right, according to the Most High. It's beautiful. From there, look at Luke 6:46. Luke 6:46. And why call ye me a Mashiach, a master, and do not the things which I say? See, how you calling on me? Think about it. People calling on, like I say, they honor me with their lips, but their mind is far from me. Say, how you gonna call on me and say, master, or Mashiach, or whatever name you use in calling on him, and do not what he say? He say, you call on me, but you don't want to do what I say. So what are you thinking? You know? Say, why call ye me a Mashiach, or Yahweh Yeshaya, Yehoshua, you know, whatever name you use, Jesus, Lord, if you want to use that. He said, and do not the things which I say. You don't want to do what I say. Are you serious? Yep. That's what our people are. That's why we have to be obedient. We have a choice. You be obedient, or most I got these plagues on this earth now. I don't think none of us are exonerated from getting dealt with. Because you real prideful before the Most High. You think of yourself of that nature, you better think again. None of us are exempt. No one. Look at 1 Samuel 20 and we'll start at verse 24. So David is King David. But he's not king yet. So David hid himself in the field, and when the new moon was come, the king sat him down to eat meat. See, David honored the new moon. And the king sat upon his seat, as at other times, even upon a seat by the wall. And Jonathan arose, and Abner sat by Saul's side. Saul was our first king. And David's place was empty. David's place was empty because he could be dismissed to go to be with his family. His partner Jonathan, that's Saul's son. He asked him,